It's 11 trivia questions on people that were born in January. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out my show on the podcast format or over on YouTube. As of January 2020, we put a video up of me recording the podcast every single day, just like the audio version of the show. If you go over on YouTube, you can see one of my oldest Hawaiian shirts that I'm wearing today. And no, it's not from Hawaii. It's from the clearance section of your local Target. That's right. I think I got this maybe sophomore year of college. And it's one of those shirts I bust out every now and again. Today is a beautiful weather day, perfect for a Hawaiian shirt in Southern California. I feel like our winter is already over here on the West Coast, which is why I live here. So if you're thinking about visiting, now is a perfect time to hit the beaches and have some fun in SoCal. Speaking of stuff to do in SoCal, I am doing a big Friends Trivia Night in just a few weeks, a little under 3 weeks. It's called Friends Trivia, special event at Last Name Brewing in Upland, California. And again, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see one of the prizes I'm giving away is this set of pins. These are really cool buttons from my friend Drew Blank. You can check out all his artwork at drewblank.com. He makes these really cool button sets, and this one specifically has all 6 of the core friend members: Chandler, Monica, Rachel, Ross, Joey, and Phoebe. You can win one of 2 sets that we're giving away at that event. And if you want to come play and want to show everybody how much you know Friends Trivia, get the tickets on the top of my website, triviawithbuds.com. Today's episode is all about January birthdays, people who were born in January and happen to be famous. So this should be a fun one. We've got actors, we've got musicians, we've got talk show hosts and things like that. So stay tuned for that. Guys, special offer right now. If you leave me an iTunes review, if you're listening to this episode and you have a few extra minutes, go on your podcasts app and leave an iTunes review. We're up to 174 of those, and the next 10, let's do that, or we'll say 11. We'll go from 174 to 185 if you leave me a review and you send me an email, ryanbuds@gmail.com. I will send you one of my brand new Trivia with Buds logo enamel pins. These are very cool, and I got a big bag of them, and they are burning a hole in my pocket, and I want to send them to people who like the show. If you like collecting pins, you like wearing them on your hats and your denim jackets and things, this pin is for you if you like this show. Leave me a review. The next 11 people to do so will get a pin if they want one. Claim it after leaving the review by emailing ryanbuds@gmail.com. All right, without any further ado, we're going to jump into today's episode, which is all about famous people born in January. And man, there are a lot of them, specifically a ton of famous people born in 1969 in January. So look that up. We got a few for you on this episode, but there's a ton more. We're going to jump into these questions right now. Here we go. All right, January birthday trivia. Let's see how many of these famous folks you know that were born in the first month of the year. Here's question number 1. January 1st, 1969. This late great actor played a sidekick to Mike Myers in several films. Who was that? Question number 1, January 1st, 1969. This late great actor played a sidekick to Mike Myers in several films. Number 1. Question number 2, January 3rd, 1956. He directed the films Hacksaw Ridge and Apocalypto. Who was that? Born January 3rd, 1956, and directed Hacksaw Ridge and Apocalypto. Number 2. Question number 3, January 5th, 1969. This rocker has the legal name of Brian Hugh Warner and was married to Dita Von Teese. Number 3, January 5th, 1969. Brian Hugh Warner married to Dita Von Teese. Who is that? Number 3. Question number 4, January 7th, 1957. This journalist, news anchor, and author hosted a daytime show called Katie from 2012 to 2014. Who was that famous Katie? Number 4. Question number 5, January 8th, 1947. This musician starred as the alien in The Man Who Fell to Earth. This musician starred as the alien in The Man Who Fell to Earth. Number 5. Question number 6, January 14th, 1969, he founded the Foo Fighters in 1994. This guy founded the Foo Fighters in 1994. Who is that? Number 6. Number 7 on your list, January 15th, 1970, he's the son of WWE owner Vince McMahon. He's the son of Vince McMahon. What's his name? I'll give you a hint. It ends with McMahon. Number 7. Question number 8, January 17th, 1922. She just turned 98 years old and has the honorary title of the 4th mayor of Hollywood. Who is the 4th mayor of Hollywood? Question number 9, January 20th, 1966. His character was always getting pranked by John Krasinski's on The Office. Who is that actor? Number 9. And question number 10, January 29th, 1970. She played Roller Girl in the movie Boogie Nights. She played Roller Girl in Boogie Nights. Who could that be? Number 10. Your bonus question for 2 points, number 11. What two blonde celebrities married to each other both have January birthdays on January 26th and 31st? What two blonde celebs married to each other both have those January birthdays on the 26th and 31st? Those are all your questions for famous January birthdays. We'll be right back in just a second with the January birthday answers. We're back with the answers to January birthday trivia. Let's see how many of these you got right out of 11. Number 1, January 1st, 1969. This late great actor played a sidekick to Mike Myers in several films. That was Vern Troyer, actor who played Mini-Me, who we unfortunately lost a few years back. Vern Troyer was the answer, number 1. Quick sidebar about Mike Myers. I'll never forget, I may have told this story in the podcast before, but my friend Amy in high school, she was a little bit of a space cadet, and we were watching Austin Powers, and she goes, wait a minute, I have a question. She goes, does Mike Myers play Michael Myers in the Halloween movies? And we're like, yes, he does. He definitely does. Number 2, January 3rd, 1956, he directed the films Hacksaw Ridge and Apocalypto. That was Mel Gibson. Number 2, Mel Gibson. Number 3, January 5th, 1969, this rocker has the legal name of Brian Hugh Warner and married Dita Von Teese, Marilyn Manson, double M, Beautiful People, hit song. Number 4, January 7th, 1957, this journalist had a show called Katie in 2012. Katie Couric. And number 5, January 8th, 1947, this musician was the alien in The Man Who Fell to Earth, the late, great David Bowie. Number 5, David Bowie. Number 6, January 14th, 1969, he founded the Foo Fighters back in 94. The answer there, Dave Grohl. Foo Fighters on my bucket list of concerts. Man, I got to see them soon. Number 7, January 15th, 1970, the son of WWE owner Vince McMahon is Shane McMahon. Shane O'Mac, Here Comes the Money is that theme song. And a quick sidebar on this one, I asked this question to a bunch of young players. They were probably like 19, 20. At this brewery, because breweries, they don't like ID, because you can hang out and have root beer and stuff at some of these places. And there were 3 youngsters playing trivia last week, and they didn't know this one, so they wrote Snow McMahon, S-N-O-W, and I thought it said Shane, and then I looked at it again, and I said, hey, did you guys write Snow? And they said, yeah, we couldn't think of anything, so we just tried to guess something January-y. Something January-ish, like, okay, Vince McMahon had a son born in January. Of course, they probably named him Snow McMahon. That made me laugh quite a bit. Number 8, January 17th, 1922, 98, and the honorary title of 4th mayor of Hollywood is Betty White. Man, she's getting up there. Betty White has no offspring, no children. I read that recently. I thought she had a bunch of kids, but no kids for Betty White. Number 9, January 20th, 1966, his character was always getting pranked by John Krasinski's on The Office. That was Rainn Wilson, who played Dwight. Rainn Wilson, and makes an appearance, kind of a big role, I think, in House of a Thousand Corpses. Number 10, January 29th, 1970, she played Roller Girl in Boogie Nights. That was Heather Graham. Heather Graham, great movie, great actress. And number 11, for 2 points, what two blonde celebrities married to each other both have January birthdays on the 26th and 31st? That's Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi, or de Rossi, however you say that. Ellen and Portia. That's a fun question. When I looked that up, I was like, ooh, that's a good bonus question. So I hope you had fun playing this episode. Remember, there's 750 other episodes to go back and listen to, and there's just about everything in the history of this show in the archives. So go hit subscribe and you'll never miss a new episode as they come out every single day. Someone just messaged me, my friend Mike DeGeorge, and he said, hey, I like how you have all these varied topics and they come out every day. And I said, Mike, that's what I'm shooting for. So thank you, Mike, for that email. It's time for the question of the day, brought to you by Funky Monkey Designs of San Dimas, California. Check them out at fmdesignsinc.com for all your t-shirt printing needs. The question is, Stan Lee created Spider-Man with what other individual? Who co-created Spider-Man with Stan Lee? Tweet me your answer at RyanBuds or email ryanbuds@gmail.com to be eligible for a prize. Yesterday's question of the day answer was Good Will Hunting for the movie that Ben Affleck and Matt Damon co-wrote together. And your trivia team name of today is Miley Cyrus the Virus, combining a young pop star and John Malkovich's character in Con Air. That's Miley Cyrus the Virus. Thank you guys so much for listening to the show. Thanks for watching it on YouTube, and we'll see you tomorrow for more trivia with me. Cheers! Remember, leave those reviews to get an enamel pin. iTunes, do it now, please.